Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Comics Talk Comedy with your hosts Jeffrey Bilodeau and Jesse Egan.
All right, we are back.
Hey.
Missed a week. I was in Maine.
Yeah, how was the trip?
It was nice. It was fast.
Yeah. Was it snowing there?
No, they're getting snow today though.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was there. I flew out on Thursday morning, real early. Normally I do the red eye.
Yeah.
But I flew out at 6:30. So I got in about 4:45.
Okay.
So their
Yikes.
time. Yeah. So it's like almost 12 hours when
Yeah.
you have to get there an hour early and then the layover. So it's
What
about.
was your airline?
I did Southwest.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of lucked out every flight. I got a window, all but one, and then one I had to be in the middle.
You prefer the window?
Yeah, I like the window.
Okay.
Yeah, you're an aisle guy.
I used to be a window guy. Now I'm an aisle guy.
Why is
Because I think I have more room. I sort of lean into the aisle.
Okay, I don't like to be bothered. I don't really move ever.
Yeah, and I get you there. It kind of sucks having to get up every time people have to go to the bathroom. So.
Yeah, so I only had to get up like once.
Yeah.
So that was good. The first flight, the first long one, the 5-hour one, actually the middle seat was empty. So that was nice.
Okay.
Two of the flights actually.
I like that when you called it back yesterday.
Yeah.
And you said it was an empty seat, and then all of a sudden this big guy walked down, all sweaty, covered in mustard, and just danced down the aisle.
That's
a
moments
jam
like
show.
that. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of good at this.
Yeah, I
You
know.
Yeah,
That's actually my favorite part of comedy is whenever we just come up with something like that.
right. So yeah, that was fun. But
Did you saw your parents? Did you see your sister?
yeah, I saw my parents, my sister, and there was like family parties on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
So it's kind of both the same family.
Did you get some sweet ham salad?
No ham salad, and I had my typical "I'm gonna die" day before.
You did?
Yeah, it was quick.
Of just eating
Eating and drinking
mayonnaise,
just too much.
whatever.
Yeah, and just not taking care of myself.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite as bad, but yeah, it wasn't my favorite. Last
you
time,
came back looking green last time because
Two times ago.
Yeah, when you're like, oh, I ate too much ham salad. And I'm like, well, I didn't even know that was a thing that
yeah,
existed.
I've laid off the mayo. I think I'm lactose intolerant too.
Yeah.
So during the summer, I had a lot of cheese,
Mhm.
and I think that's why I had like a bad day.
A little lactosey.
Yeah, but this time I was just worried. I've never had to go number 2 on a plane.
Oh,
which is a streak.
lucky.
I take that streak very seriously.
Yeah.
So
You mean the streak in your pants from not going to the
Pretty
bathroom?
much.
Sorry about that. I apologize
you're
to
better
our
than that.
listeners. Yeah.
So yeah, it was basically I never want to have to go.
Yeah.
So like the day before, I just don't eat anything. So I just don't even want to risk it. I'll just
Starve yourself so you don't have to poop on the
so I don't
plane.
have to go number 2 on the plane.
It's funny. Have you ever done the what do they call it? Mile High Club on the plane? You ever?
I was close.
Really?
Yeah, like a long, long time ago. I mean, not actual sex, but a girl almost gave me a handy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And that was in the seat, or did
Yeah.
Really?
That was back when they used to give you blankets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah, the good old days.
I think they still give you blankets unless you're on like you got to be on a long overnight flight for the blankets, right?
Oh, they used to always give them. Offer blankets and pillows and.
So was she like, let's go in the bathroom? You're like, nah, I can't go in there. I'm gonna want to break my streak.
Yeah, I don't want to risk. I mean, I would never do it in a bathroom.
Yeah.
Nah. I mean,
There's not room in
I
there, is
once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. That was.
How busy can you get in that Burger King bathroom?
Yeah, so that was a long time ago. But I wanted to perform, but my friend, he didn't get back to me. I was going to do the Gold Room, actually, on a Friday, but my friend didn't get back to me until like 6 p.m.
Is the Gold Room what we had done before, where we performed?
Yeah,
Okay.
the bigger place, not the...
That was a big, like, sports bar-y kind of thing.
Yeah. So, but he got back to me at like 6, and at that point, like, I mean, I was more performing so my family could see me.
Yeah.
But at that point, I was like, this is too late.
Yeah.
So I didn't perform at all, which is fine.
You went to the camp, though? Was it campground?
No. Camp's
too cold
closed.
for that.
Yeah. We just basically just stayed. We watched Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
And just did. We had like I said, we had the parties the 2 days, and then just ate.
Yeah.
Being a fat bastard.
My parents are out here now visiting.
Yeah, how long they staying?
They're here till Friday. They're
Okay,
here for
so
a week.
it's kind of a short visit then.
Yeah, and they came to the show last night, which was cool. And, I was thinking, well, should I really drag them to this show? Because I thought it might be bad.
I thought for sure. it was going to be bad. My friend was going to come, but she's in Julian, and they're getting it pretty bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she was afraid that she didn't want to leave.
Fires and stuff?
Fires, and
Really?
I guess they had an earthquake last night, too.
Oh, my
like
gosh.
a 3.1 earthquake.
This is going to affect the apple pie market.
Yeah, so that was, she couldn't come, but
You're probably kind of like, oh, I'm glad because it's going to be bad, and then
but it ended up being pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I had a lot of fun. You know, it's always fun to go up together, but sometimes even when we're going up together, it's not that great.
I think I forgot we were going up together until we got there. And then, because
I remember he had asked us.
He'd asked us a long time ago about them. So this was a weird show we did last night at the Comedy Palace back room, or as they call it, Stage 2.
Right.
Which I said sounds terminal.
Yeah, that was a good little opener.
and it was live streamed on a website called Twitch.
Right.
Which you said you got on later. And so what is that exactly?
It's basically just live. You know how they have Facebook Live?
Yeah.
It's pretty much Twitch just specifically for that.
Is Twitch a social media site like Facebook?
Kind of, because a lot of people like Twitch, you can watch people play video games live.
Oh.
You can watch them play poker live.
Okay.
Just kind of
for
interaction.
people that don't want to really do anything, don't want to be involved.
I guess.
Just observe other people
Yeah,
doing
but
stuff.
maybe you could do it with your friends where
Okay.
you guys are playing together. You could play with your friend in North Carolina. I'm not real sure.
Yeah.
But like I said, I watched the video after, and the visual quality is very good.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing that, like, our mics are caught, you know, but he didn't mic the audience.
Right.
So that would have helped a lot as far as, you know, hearing people laugh.
For the streaming crowd.
Yeah,
So
for
the
the
people watching on Twitch couldn't hear any laughs.
Really, no.
Right. So that sounded.
Yeah, so I mean, but a lot of people, like I said, just put like ha-has and LOLs. I didn't really see
Yeah.
any bad comments. Which
Throughout
is
the whole show. Did you watch the whole thing? Or just
no,
our- yeah.
I watched us, but like I said, I just watched it on mute. I can't hear myself
I
do
didn't wanna-
comedy.
yeah.
So I just was reading the comments because you normally, with that stuff, you get like really bad comments and
Yeah.
just being like, oh, what are these two fat guys doing?
I know.
You know? So, but they were actually pretty nice.
I get defensive. The thing says, "Oh, it's LOL, it's Adidas."
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, "Oh, what's he talking about?" You're like, "Your joke that
Yeah.
you just did." I'm like, "Oh, right." But that was interesting doing that show where there was a television screen on the stage,
Mm-hmm.
and you could sort of see it in real time, people commenting as you're.
Yeah, I
you're
didn't want to do that. I didn't want to tell you that before. I was going
Right.
to, just because when people did it, it didn't go very well.
Yeah.
And it's just, I just don't feel like we're in the moment when we're just reading it.
I
it kinda
watched
kills
a
it.
couple other people reading, and I thought, let me not.
Yeah,
I can't
so
really see
I
it.
just thought it was kind of distracting for the audience that was there and kind of the Twitch people too, because they can already see the comments. So
Yeah, I didn't really see the benefit of having the screen on the stage because the audience can't really see what's
right.
going on.
I
and we
think it's
can't
just
see.
the visual effect of people watching on Twitch.
And it made it a novel
seeing.
thing.
Yeah, so that's what I think. But
they seem to enjoy it, and we did about 25 minutes as a duo.
we did almost 30.
almost 30.
Yeah, because we went on at 108 and we got off at like 127.
Yeah, I feel like he lit us at 15, and then we just
Yeah, we kept going, and
going.
that's very rare for me ever.
to get lit and then want to keep going.
Yeah,
You were on fire. I felt like I was trying to keep up with how
I
funny
think
you were.
you started off better, and I was trying to play catch up.
Oh, that's interesting. I felt it the opposite way.
Oh no, I thought we both did well.
okay.
You know, I think you had some stuff and I had some stuff, and it was just going well.
I was glad my parents didn't hate it and weren't
Yeah.
embarrassed. You know, it's tough for me. I'm sitting with them. We're watching comics that I know their material.
Yeah.
So, of course, it's not making me laugh, but my parents are laughing
Yeah, I saw that.
uproariously, and I'm thinking, well, I hope they laugh for us like that.
Right,
you
right,
know?
right.
But it always surprises me. They like Dave Wright, like you said. They like Zach Miller. They like the dirtier stuff.
Yeah.
And my father doesn't even curse. My parents, so who the hell knows? You never know. You know?
Yeah, because you had set up the Trick Daddy joke where I haven't done that
Right,
in
and you're like, I don't wanna
years.
do that.
I just don't want to do
No.
it, you know?
I said it, and then I realized, yeah, that's probably not the case.
Yeah, like I did the new joke about the drug addict thing, which that's a little dirty,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just didn't want to go overboard. Which
Sure.
I've only met them a couple of times, so it's not like that. But one of the funniest.
Listen, I heard my dad laugh at Zach Miller's, banging a Muslim chick with bacon on her back
yeah.
is the least Jewish thing you can do. I would have never predicted in a million years from knowing my father that he would have laughed at that.
Right.
Never.
I didn't even get half of it.
Well, yeah.
I mean, what made me laugh the most of the whole show experience was at the end of the night when we were leaving, And your mom was like, and Zach was like, you guys need to get some sleep. And your mom was like, you need to get some sleep.
Yeah, you look like you need sleep.
You look like shit.
Yeah, I love it. My mom has no filter.
Yeah.
No filter.
I know.
And that's just funny that he comes up, because they're jet lagged. Like, you should get some sleep. My mom's like, you look like hell. You should get some sleep.
Yeah.
He's probably just stoned or whatever, but
Right.
she's telling him, yeah, you look like shit.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Yeah, but they enjoyed it. I think they liked.
Who did they say we were like? Somebody I'd never heard of.
Sam and Dave or Bob and Dave.
I don't know who that
I
was.
don't even know.
Yeah.
I say we're like Laurel and Hardy's.
Yeah,
Because I like Hardy's. But yeah, they were like, we liked how casual it was, how you guys just were talking back and forth. And that, I think that's the advantage of it is like we can sell our material as if it's a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So I always like that.
Yeah, I was explaining it to my boss today. And it's kind of tough if somebody doesn't really know stand-up exactly what it is. So he's like, you guys plan it out? I go, we don't plan it out at all.
No. We used to,
Yeah.
and those went worse.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well, not
I think these
necessarily
ones are a
always.
little more fun.
Yeah.
But
It's funny because I was telling my parents, like, when Jeff does a brand new joke, you'll see me really react.
Yeah.
Like, it's really making me laugh. And I'll, like, drop the mic because I'm laughing. And then, but it's harder because since I don't know that joke,
right.
I don't know exactly
Where to
how I'm
play
going
off
to. Yeah,
of it.
so I'm just trying to listen, be in the moment, and then think of it. But if it's a joke that I know of yours, then I can sort of plan what I'm going to do next in the middle of your joke.
Right, yeah.
Which helps since we know each other's material.
But yeah, I could have kept going. Like,
I felt like they had lit us, 15 minutes before. So I thought I should wrap it up. But I felt like you, which was, I wasn't dying to get off by any means. I thought it was going great.
It's normally when I'm up there, I'm like, can I just get the light already?
Yeah.
Even if it's like 6 minutes. I'm like,
Right.
all right, I get the light. That's good enough. But we got 3 more segments. Here
Be right back.
WSRadio.com.
This is Bill Gruber with BizVid Communications, a Southern California video production leader. We've been honored to sponsor, produce, write, and host many of the fine programs on WS Radio over the years. So we understand how important the internet and your website exposure are. As video producers, we know the tricks and secrets to incorporate video to increase your search engine optimization and business success. Visit bizvidcommunications.com to see what we can do for you. BIZVID communications.com.
I've been bragging about Progressive Medical Center to you guys for years, and I'm so excited to have Dr. Agoli with us because, Dr. Agoli, a lot of people walk through your doors, and some of their biggest problems are they're just fatigued, they're tired all the time, and even though they're dieting and exercising, they cannot get the weight off. Why is that?
It's a combination of poor metabolism, inappropriate eating, but more importantly, it's due to a lack of education and really doing the right testing. A lot of our patients are metabolically compromised. What does that mean? Their metabolism is not functioning. The metabolism is responsible for all physical and chemical processes necessary to sustain life, and that includes energy. And without cellular energy, your body is not going to be a burning machine. Let's get back and teach our listeners to be a fat-burning machine.
It's been a lot easier to maintain my weight since Progressive Medical Center started treating me with all natural supplements, learning proper nutrition, and that can be you today. No more frustrations about being tired or overweight. So why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today through progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life, live it well.
Gotham Books presents Marriage Rules by Harriet Lerner. The book Martha Beck calls required reading for anyone hoping to interact successfully with any other human, not just for those in romantic relationships. Get your copy wherever books and ebooks are sold, and visit harrietlerner.com to learn how to change your marriage today.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way? A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at whichwich.com, and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICH, whichwich.com.
Hey, do you want a great price on a new or used car? Hi, this is professional racing driver Don Swanson, and I know a thing or two about cars. I'm talking about Military Auto Center, San Diego's original and only automotive warehouse where low overhead means low prices on your next vehicle. Stop by and experience a friendly and casual way to discuss your car needs. They're located conveniently at 9323 Activity Road. You can call them at 858-831-7887 or online at militaryautocenter.com. We'll see you there.
Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Comics Talk Comedy with your hosts Jeffrey Bilodeau and Jesse Egan.
All right, we are back, second segment.
Yeah, for the people that can't tell, we actually have no official guest today.
Yeah.
Our guest couldn't make it, but we are being filmed.
Right, for a project.
For San Diego State University.
Yeah, so that's exciting. This is the first
exciting.
time we've been filmed.
Yeah.
We never even did, we talked about doing the Facebook Live, but
Right.
we never did it.
No, we're going to.
I don't think anyone wants to see us. I mean, honestly,
Well, you know what? I mean, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I never actually watch the video versions of them because I don't have time for that.
Yeah, it
like,
doesn't
to sit
really
there
make
and
it-
watch Theo talk. It's like,
Yeah.
or Adam Carolla. It's like I can hear it and do other things.
Right, yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know why. I think that's more a vain thing.
Yeah.
That you need people to watch you in.
I feel like it started with Howard Stern. You know, he was on the E channel.
Right,
and
but he had
was
naked
filming
ladies on
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
You know, that makes
Right.
it a little bit better, you know?
we have Wade. Wade.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was telling how important it is to wear pants.
You got to wear pants.
Well, if I
Right.
can jump into
voice
that.
of
Jump
reason.
into them pants, Wade.
I do want to comment on the fact that Howard Stern actually had naked women on the radio first,
Yeah.
and got people to tune into his radio show because he had naked women on
I
it.
know. Isn't that a testament to just how horny dudes are?
You just
You know,
hear
I'm
about
just going
naked-
to imagine them.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, but he used to do weird stuff like throw baloney at their asses
know.
and just weird.
Which, again, very visual thing. That
Right.
doesn't sound like something that would work on the radio.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was a fun show, and I told Sean that I enjoyed it, and that next time you should try to mic the tables, and he said,
Mic the audience.
Yeah. So.
And it's only noticeable when you watch it back on the Twitch. When you watch it online, then you hear, you don't hear.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of an important thing for people filming your set is to try to get the audience mic'd.
Right. But yeah, I had a couple other shows. Last Wednesday before I left, I did the store, and they've been doing. It was like a promoted night with Josh Adam Myers. You know who he
Yeah.
is? Okay.
He was the goddamn comedy jam.
Yeah.
And he's a DC guy, so.
Right. He's
I
supposed.
think he was at Winston's the other day for a Redskins game when we got decimated by.
Really?
Yeah, I think
That'd be
I saw him in there. Yeah.
But yeah, he was supposed to do 30, and I was going to have to go after him. He ended up doing 45, and I had to go after him.
Wow, there's really still more show after someone.
Yeah,
does
and I
45?
told Jose after there was like 3 or 4 comics after that had to do like 8 minutes after, and like right when I walked up, like a third of the crowd just left, like before I even started doing it. And
so this is a Wednesday promoted show. They
yeah,
take the first
but they're
hour.
still no. It's just because he went until like 9:40.
Wow.
You know, and then there was like another few people, and I was Mike always puts me after this person that goes a long time because usually I can keep the crowd, you know. But 45,
Good Lord.
you know, sometimes it'll be 20, 25, which is a lot, but 45
That
is
is
a headlining set, you know, and then you
And
get
if they've already sat through an hour and 40 minutes of comedy,
Right.
it's like, that should be over.
yeah, they think that, and that's what I told Jose. I said we should have just ended it. Like it was just painful.
They probably didn't want to because they felt bad for you guys not getting time.
Yeah, but they like those shows to go 2 hours. They like to go till 10 at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't exactly remember the set, but I remember it wasn't fun.
It wasn't fun.
It wasn't good. It wasn't my favorite before I had to go off and leave for a week.
Yeah.
So, but then this week I was at the store on Wednesday, and it went really well. You know,
I was supposed to be there. I wanted to be there. I signed
Okay.
up. You know, he did this thing where you submit for the whole month, and Wednesday's the only day we can get for best of. So I asked for, I'll do them all. And this is the only one I got, but then I had to cancel to do a Navy thing. I was performing for troops at this like ugly sweater party thing. that I
Okay.
did the same thing last year.
How was it?
Someone else canceled, so last second. It was tough.
Yeah.
It's always tough because it was like performing at Aces, kind of, where they're all in these like really comfy seats and couches, and one person fell asleep during Zoltan's set.
Nice.
Literally asleep, And it's really bright in there. And,
Was it at night or during the day?
It was at night, but it felt like you were like imposing yourself in their living room,
Okay.
And we've done it before, and I felt like I was on stage for an hour, and I did 20 minutes. I mean, like, when Bijan finally got up there, I was like, would you make me do 45 minutes? What the hell? You know, I'm yelling at him, you know, and he's like, oh, great. Now he's going to be in a bad mood all night or whatever. But I looked at the thing. I was like, I had only done 20 minutes. I couldn't even get to the full 25 minutes. I did like every joke I could think of, you know, because you're just like peppering them out. I felt like I did easily 45 minutes worth of jokes. And it took
Just no
20
reaction.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, someone should have woken up the audience or put some laughter into them.
I wish they were woke AF. But no, a couple bits did well, but you know,
Overall, not fun.
overall it was challenging, and I ended up having to do some crowd work, which I think worked. And so in the end, I felt like it was fun.
Yeah.
But if I do it again, I think it's like a corporate gig. It's one of those things where you just go in expecting it to be bad, and then try to do as much crowd work as you can.
Right. Just you're getting paid, right?
Yeah.
So you just try to suck it up to that. But,
Right.
Yeah, so I did Wednesday, and I went up before Dustin. And Dustin's always nice, and I like seeing him. And he was, I had a good set, and it's tough for him to follow me just because our styles are so different.
So different.
You know, and he was just like, when I saw I had to follow you, I wasn't happy about it. And he was being real, and I was just like, look, we're just completely different comics.
Right.
You know, I don't want to say I owned that room, but I feel very comfortable at the store.
That's your spot.
Yeah, so it's just tough when I'm doing crowd-ish work, but just doing material, but it seems like it's fresh off my head because of the way I weave it in. And, you know, he's just up there, set a punchline.
Right.
And it's just hard to follow. Just like when you follow someone that just does crowd work, it's just not easy.
Yeah.
You know? So,
And again, like, your material is totally different. He does a lot of parenting and
right.
kid stuff. And
so it's just polar opposites, but he was nice to say that, you know. And I was just like, you're fine. You know, I usually do very well here, you know. So it's like not a knock on you at all, you know.
Totally.
But so yeah, that was nice, especially when you take a week off, you know, you get a little rusty. So it's nice to get back into it. And then Thursday I worked the Bert Kreischer show.
Okay, now that's the comic who always takes his shirt off. Or
Right.
At least he's known for performing with no shirt.
Yeah, but like now that I've been like kind of looking him up, like even in the posters that he's on, he has no shirt on. So I mean that's a cool thing to be known for, but I mean.
For playing on the Skins team. Where did he come up with that? Like, what
I mean,
is the origin?
his whole thing is this party guy.
Right.
You know, there's like this video that he got, I don't know, famous, but is like, what is pinned on Twitter? That's like, he got like a lot of responses or whatever.
Was it the Russian mafia drinking story?
Yeah. And then he has this video of him just like walking out of a pool in a Speedo, which, I mean, it's gross. I mean, it's just not something, I don't like to see that. I'm not like...
I don't like to see that.
But anyway, so the show is just like Brenton Biddlecombe doing 15, and then Bert's supposed to be doing 75.
Good Lord.
Which 75 is a lot. So Brenton brings him up. Bert goes on stage. 4 seconds later, he rips his shirt off. The crowd goes crazy. So now I'm going to have to watch a shirtless man for at least 75 minutes.
Oh my God.
Telling jokes, you know? And
I find it distracting, personally.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really want to look at your bare chest and nipples for
even
any
if
amount of time.
he was a sexy guy with
It's still
abs and all,
distracting.
it's like if Chip was up there,
There
I
were
wouldn't want to watch
some-
that for
yeah.
75 minutes.
Some comedy special I saw recently where I forget who it was. They doused himself in water. The guy with the curly long hair. I forget what his name is, but he was like really soaking wet for most of it. I found it so distracting.
But how
to
long did
watch
he
it.
do?
It's it's an hour special.
Oh, okay.
It's like an hour special,
and he does it right at the beginning.
I think it's like a quarter of the way in,
Okay,
and
so
then
it's-
he's like soaking wet for most of it, and it's just I find it very distracting.
Yeah. It's just like when we used to do the class, we would tell people like, don't wear like a dumb hat or a dumb
Right.
sweatshirt, you know, because the crowd, that's just what they're looking at. And it's just
All kinds of distracting. I remember Stephen Kendrick when I first started comedy. I was wearing a Richard Pryor T-shirt, and about to go up, and he goes, "Hey, man, never wear a shirt with someone funnier than you on it." I was like, "Oh, that's good advice." I didn't think about that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good advice.
No, but it's even like, you know, comics that go on stage with a beer when they're only doing like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you really can't
or
go.
2 for Dallas.
Yeah.
He has to have 2 cans of PBR to go on
but
stage.
with Dallas, it's kind of his character.
shtick, yeah.
You know, but there's a lot of comics where they just bring the beer up just to put it up there and then just don't drink it at
Yeah.
all. It's like, what's the point? It's just adding. Or remember that guy? He like brought like a bag of popcorn on stage and like didn't address it until like his
Yeah.
last thing.
That
And it's like the whole time
very
people are just
distracting.
wondering What's with the popcorn?
Yeah.
So you just, it's just the little things like moving the mic stand and all that stuff.
So was it so distracting that you couldn't really even focus on his material, or did you get to absorb some of the
I
jokes?
watched. It just wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
He reminded me a lot, maybe not his comedic style, but his fan loyalty kind of a lot like Stanhope.
Okay.
Like the everyday person probably doesn't know who he is.
Yeah.
But the people there loved him.
Cult following.
Yeah, like everyone, he did like a meet, which I respect, is he did a meet and greet with everyone after.
Nice.
Like took pictures and like
Shirtless.
Yeah, he's shirtless,
Yeah.
and like that made other guys be shirtless. So it was just like a.
None of the girls go shirtless. For
No,
photos with him?
unfortunately, yeah.
Okay.
But it was just like a Russian bathhouse in there. It was just like all these dudes. You don't want to see them shirtless, and they're the ones that are shirtless. Because it's not like it's not like dudes that like are broed out and like with abs are coming to the
Right.
shows. No, it's all guys that look like him.
Yes.
So it's not like exactly,
A lot of beer bellies.
Yeah, a lot of beer bellies, a lot of unkept, unshaven chests. So, I felt bad for the cleaning guy the next day. Probably gonna have to friggin' like vacuum up body hair all over.
gosh.
So it just wasn't, but he ended up doing like 90.
Oh my goodness.
So that's
it
a
was
lot.
just the two of them then. It was just
Yeah, it was
Brendan
just
and
him. Yeah, and that's what he's doing all weekend. There's no
Yeah.
sore spots. But he sold them both out yesterday,
Wow.
and then he sold them both today, and they added a 5 o'clock show.
No kidding.
Yeah, so it's a long shift if you have to work, because that means
Wow.
doors open at 4, so you got to be there at 3:45.
People love that shirtless comedy.
Yeah, so and he sold shirts, which I thought was
He sold shirts.
yeah, which I thought that was really
He
fun.
sold shirts.
Yeah, he had like 3 different, and he's talking about how comfortable the shirts are, which I'm like,
Mind blown.
like why
How
you have these comfortable shirts, but you take yours
So
off
comfortable, I'm not wearing it.
30 seconds into.
He should make his shirt look like a naked man's
Yeah,
body, like
like
Dan
Bublitz.
Bublin's shirt. Yeah.
We'll be back. Listen to WSRadio.com.
A podcast or radio show on WS Radio is a great way to create content marketing. Turn prospects into customers into raving fans. Contact Wade at WSRadio.com or call 866-WS-RADIO.
Homeless veterans and their families are suffering and need our support, but many won't ask or don't know that help is within reach. Veterans Community Services is here to help. Amazingly, about 35% of the homeless in our neighborhoods are veterans with families. Low-income veterans or their friends are encouraged to contact Veterans Community Services and reach out for help with housing and other services. Call now, 800-974-9909.
You may have heard me brag about Progressive Medical Center and just how much they've helped me with my health. And Dr. Goli, one thing that you've helped so many people with is migraines.
Unfortunately, there are millions and millions of Americans who are suffering with migraines and headaches, and they're debilitating because it affects the quality of their life, and they cannot function properly. At Progressive, we get to the root cause because we understand that migraines could be caused by nutritional deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, believe it or not, delayed food sensitivities. And once we determine what the real reason is, we put a plan of action together with medication that we get them off slowly, and we put them on an all-natural approach, and the results are amazing.
Incredible. I mean, there's so many people that can say they don't live their lives with migraines anymore thanks to Progressive Medical Center.
And that's what's exciting and rewarding to us as physicians, because we help our patients take control of their health, and that's why they're living well.
Why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today? Don't live in pain. Don't have migraines anymore. Just go to their website, progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life, live it well.
No family can survive on 2 incomes anymore, let alone 1. If you are supplementing your family's income working from home, then tune into The Cash Flow Show, Direct Sales Radio. Host Deb Bixler brings you sales tips, lead generation systems, and best business practices that guarantee direct sales success. Whether you're looking for a little extra cash or a career change, The Cash Flow Show, Direct Sales Radio will give you proven systems that will work in your home business. The Cash Flow Show, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.
In the military, things can change in an instant. At Navy Mutual Aid Association, we understand because it's our life too. That's why our dedication to serving the life insurance needs of our military veterans and their families is unrivaled. Navy Mutual offers superior life insurance protection without military service restrictions and limitations. A single focus on providing the peace of mind military families are looking for. That's what we do. Navy Mutual, insuring those who serve. Call 800-628-6011 or go to NavyMutual.org.
Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Comics Talk Comedy with your hosts Jeffrey Bilodeau and Jesse Egan.
All right, we're back. Third segment already.
Talking Bert Kreischer.
Yes.
Kreischer, am I saying it right?
Yeah, I believe Bert Kreischer. But yeah, so it was interesting, you know. And
did you ever get a gimmick like that? You know, like think of something outside of the box. Like, I'm the comic that wears no underwears.
No, I always want to be that guy that John Toll talked about going state to state and find like a shirt at Walmart that says "Who farted?"
Yes,
and then make a closer about it and then sell the T-shirt.
I love
Which
that.
I still tell that story all the time.
I know, I tell that all the time because he was like, it's simultaneously like really lazy and also really creative.
Yeah,
it's a person that doesn't want to buy merch and bring it on the road, but will go and just create a joke in the moment that goes with some dumb Walmart shirt.
Right.
And then my what I imagine is then those people that came to the show later are at Walmart or whatever and see like, oh man, that comedian we saw is huge. Look, his Who Farted shirt's here at Walmart. You know?
Yeah. Well, that and also like, you know, you wouldn't have to get tired of your material because you would be doing a new closer every week, every town you would go in, you know. Like Patrick's been selling that shirt for 18 years.
Yeah.
Like I would want to blow my brains out, you know, from doing the same joke, you know, every night, you know. But you can make up a new
T-shirt.
Yeah. I was trying catchphroses a few months back.
I remember that.
I kind of gave that up.
That was funny.
It was dumb.
That's a good time.
Any other shows you had or?
Well, no, I just had that one, the Navy show, and that's about it. You know, my parents are in town now, so I'm going to probably take them to the Madhouse. I'm going to do the Madhouse guest judge for their contest on Monday.
Okay.
And then I'm at the Madhouse for Friday and Saturday shows.
Oh, but they leave, huh?
I haven't done a weekend there. Yeah, they're leaving Friday. So.
Okay.
So at least they got to see us last night, which was cool.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I think the contest would be pretty brutal for you.
Yeah, I think it'll be really brutal. I mean, as soon as I agreed to it, I was like, wait, so I'm going to have to do a set after the entire contest.
Which is the worst.
It's going to be horrible.
Yeah, I think it is the last week of the second rounds.
Okay.
They haven't announced when the third rounds are yet.
Gotcha.
So I don't know when my next date is.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm doing the stats on Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Destin asked me to do it a little while ago.
Yeah, that's
so
a good show.
I might swing by the ACC and try to do the mic before there.
Is that Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I need to do that.
But yeah.
And then Palace Mike is also Tuesday?
Yeah, but can't. Palace is...
Our previous guest, we had Jordan on, and she was telling me about the Go Lounge mic, which started at like midnight on Saturday or something.
Really?
Right? Yeah, she was like, there's like a show... I don't know if it's Jokes Not Bombs. Or
Probably,
I think
yeah.
it is. And then it was like a mic and started at midnight. I was like, man, don't think I'll be making that.
Yeah.
But I do really want to get out and do more mics, though, especially because of the store making it, you know, once, you know, I can't even get up once this whole month. So
Yeah, well, I think they'll have a best of on Sunday if you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
If like people cancel.
Oh, they will?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sunday, and then I think in like next Thursday, I think they have one. So
Okay.
if like the Thursday, if they don't get a promoted show, then it'll be a best of.
Oh, good.
But it's like not guaranteed, I
Okay,
guess.
cool.
But yeah, Mike gave me a name for New Year's, but the guy never called me back, so I don't know about that.
Oh.
Yeah, he said this guy wants us to do this thing. And it would seem like a pretty hellish gig, but seemed like it would have been a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
So
Private party kind of thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever done any of those? Like performing at someone's house or...
Yeah,
you
I've
know,
done it. It's
those
been
are-
a little while.
Those are fun. They can be really bad, but they're usually good. I feel like house parties are much better than like a corporate or a, you know... House parties almost like a church gig plus booze.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I got one a
They're
few
really
years
into it.
back from doing the Palace mic. Somebody was there like scouting someone to do the Palace mic to get somebody to host their
Oh,
event.
cool. Yeah.
So I got that, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite, but yeah,
It's fun when it's a themed thing. like I did like a Jewish fraternity a couple times.
Mhm.
There was two different ones, but one was like a Jewish frat party, and then one was just like a Jewish get together at a house party or something, and that was super fun because then you can do a lot of jokes with angles on them, like do all any kind of Jewish stuff that I could think of. And that was really fun.
We used to do a Jewish mixer at the store, and I used to always host
I did that one too.
Yeah,
I love that one.
Yeah, that was an interesting one because you would do jokes, and then they would like go and chat with each other, and then another comedian would come up, and then they would do it was an interesting format, but it was fun.
Odd format, yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, just at the store Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, I'm on hiatus from Tonight in San Diego, and I don't know what's going to happen with that show, if we're coming back or not. We're supposed to come back in March, but I really have no idea sort of where it'll be or when or what. So kind of up in limbo right now with that.
Okay.
But
is there going to be like a time where you guys find out? Or
I mean, it's always up to Fale, our producer. I just never know. I know that we're supposed to have some holiday party or something, get together with him, and maybe we'll find out then.
Yeah.
So we'll see. You know, I right now I'm fine because it's nice to have the break and try to write again for yourself. I shouldn't say for myself, but for stand up as opposed to headline monologue jokes, which are so much harder. I feel like.
Yeah, they're harder and they're just a one throwaway. You know, you can really only use it one time. And
I tried to use some of those in the act. It was kind of like remember we were touring with Lauren. She would do a lot of opening jokes that were kind of topical,
right? Which
I never really do. But I was telling you in the break, I was watching the Brian Regan special on Netflix. This is like my third time watching it now because I'm showing it to my parents who don't know who he is. My father's name is Brian Egan, so the thing comes up on the screen. It's one letter different from his name. He's never heard of him, but they're loving how funny he is, and I'm watching it, and then I listened to a podcast with him. I think it was the Pete Holmes one.
Okay.
Which very annoying Pete Holmes.
I told you.
And
he tries so hard to be funny. I can't stand it.
He's talking too much and he's laughing too much, and I wonder, do I do that same thing? But
not quite as bad.
Not quite as bad, but pretty close.
I try to rein you in.
You do reel it in sometimes. But yeah, that was the thing I noticed that's a very annoying interviewer. But he has some insightful stuff too. Like he said, Brian Regan, you are a synonym comic. You know what I'll call you. So like he'll say the premise in a regular way, and then he'll reiterate it, but with flowery synonyms. So it's like I live in a mobile home. I live in a moving domicile or something. Do you know what I'm saying? An alternate version of the same thing, but just a synonym. I thought that's an interesting way to put it, because now that I think about it, I'm like, yeah, that's true. He does that a lot.
Right. I mean, he's definitely one of those comics where he definitely has found his voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a bunch of different voices, but he's definitely very distinct on what you're going to watch, and this is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to, I think it was Marin with Christina Pazvinsky.
Okay.
I think that was her name.
Christina P.
Yeah, and they were just talking about how Seinfeld is still annoying. Like, he's still annoyed. The guy has everything in the world, but he's still, like, angry.
Yeah.
And I think Seinfeld has talked about it. Like, if he wouldn't be angry, he wouldn't be so funny.
Yeah.
And I just think that's weird.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think I am angry, but I'm really not.
Not really.
I'm pretty chill.
Yeah.
Like, I'm, like, not happy, but I'm not sad.
Not angry,
I'm just, like, chill,
Yeah.
And I just think that's an interesting way of thinking, that you need to be angry in order to be good at comedy.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's true.
I don't know about angry, but opinionated maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like Brian Regan's not angry. A lot of times people say, oh, he does this dumb voice all the time. But it's not all the dumb voice.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of, I don't think he has some very clever, insightful stuff wrapped up with that character.
Oh, yeah.
So not necessarily angry, but has an opinion on something.
Yeah. His brother's a comedian, too.
Is he?
Yeah, Pat Regan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I think he used to open for him, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah, I've never seen him.
I think that would be tough, like being a comic and your brother's like so much more famous than you. Because I think there's like 3 or 4 of the Rocks that do.
Is there?
Like Chris Rock, Tony Rock. I think their little brother does comedy too.
Oh, wow.
And that's crazy. It's just like the Wayans.
Yeah, it's like I did a show for Mal Hall, and he had his brothers there. I think he had at least one brother there, and he has like he has like a supermodel brother.
Really?
Yeah. And I always thought that would piss me off. You know what I mean? If like your brother is like a supermodel, you're like, what the hell? Why didn't I get those looks?
Well,
that would annoy me.
You're telling jokes though.
Yeah, I know. But still, who needs that?
Yeah, I don't have a supermodel siblings.
supermodel siblings.
I'm the closest to the supermodel in my family.
Wade, do you have siblings? Are you in there, Wade?
He's got his hat on, though.
I figure we should learn more about Wade.
Yeah, we only got a couple weeks left with
Wade.
Wade.
We've got a couple weeks left, and
he'll be dead to us.
We'll be dead to him.
Yeah, he's killing us off.
Yeah. Well, listen, that's how it goes.
Yeah,
You got any other good shows coming up?
Just little stats on Tuesday, and I can't.
Any new material you're working on?
I'm trying out this stuff. Every time I fly, I always write new air stuff, and I always don't try it. Last night I kind of tried it, and I did it on Wednesday at the store too, and it kind of went okay.
Yeah.
But it's just a weird premise about like some of the stuff the terrorists did about flying is not that bad.
Oh, I remember you getting into that last night, and I was going, "Where's this going?"
Yeah, but I mean, just like way less.
I didn't help you with it either.
No,
I was like, "Oh, he likes terrorists." It's like, Eesh.
No, but it's
stop
more,
helping.
It's just more like like I don't like seeing public hugging.
Yeah,
it's just like too much touching. So now the people just hug when they get dropped off, but they're not walking them all the way up to the terminal, and I got to see 30 people hugging. So there's way less hugs.
I think that you had a good premise there of like, you just want to be dropped off and go. You don't want this long emotional goodbye, and they walk you all the way to the plane, and they're waiting. Yeah,
because I can break, with my parents when I left, and I do it every time.
Yeah.
I just hug them real quick and I walk away. Otherwise, I'll just start crying.
I do too. I always do. Yeah.
So I just try to get it over with.
Yeah.
And that's what I like.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is like a lot of people wear those masks, and those people are crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't have to talk to them.
The germ masks?
Yeah, the germ people.
Right.
And I'm just like, all right, that person's crazy. I don't have to talk to them. And they're not going to talk to you because you can't hear them through the mask, I would imagine.
How do you know they're not just dentists?
Yes, they could be. Or
they're on
like
the way to a convention.
The coal miners. They could be that.
Like
too.
I said last night, they all have SARS.
Yeah.
That didn't work last night.
But
either.
I think the best thing about it now is that there's no airline food.
Yeah.
And airline food, as we all know, not good.
Right.
And then the other thing is we all hated comedians that did bits about airline food.
That's true.
When was the last time you heard an updated airline food bit?
It's been a long time.
Yeah, so it's cut all that out.
When they bring me airline food, that's when I put on one of those SARS masks over my
SARS
mouth.
masks?
Yeah.
But it was. I remember like one time I was flying and it was like spaghetti and bass. And I was like, I don't want this. Listen to WSRadio.com.
Identity theft costs over $20 billion a year. When was the last time you changed all of your passwords? Don't be a victim. The nonprofit Securing Our eCity Foundation is here to support you. They serve individuals, families, seniors, businesses, and nonprofits throughout San Diego, helping to make a safer cyber experience for all. For more information, visit securingourecity.org or call 619-630-2444.
One person has the power to change the world, impact millions of lives, and leave a legacy for lifetimes to come. That person is you. In the New York Times bestseller, What is Your What? Steve Olsher, award-winning author and founder of the Reinvention Workshop, reveals his proven process that has helped thousands of men and women discover, share, and monetize the one thing they were born to do. Grab your free copy now at www.whatisyourwhat.com/free. That's www.whatisyourwhat.com/free.
Take a break from politics. Tune in and learn something. WS Radio shows are worth your time and are filled with tips and advice. Add us to your lunch routine and we'll give you a meal for your mind.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, CEO and founder of VinVillage.com and the Wine and Dine Show on Vin Village Radio. Do you have a wine, event, product, or service to promote? Then contact VinVillage.com to reach thousands of wine lovers across the country. Vin Village connects like-minded wine enthusiasts with unique and exclusive wines, events, products, and services. To learn more, contact us on vinvillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect.
This is Bill Gruber with BizVid Communications, a Southern California video production leader. We've been honored to sponsor, produce, write, and host many of the fine programs on WS Radio over the years. So we understand how important the internet and your website exposure are. As video producers, we know the tricks and secrets to incorporate video to increase your search engine optimization and business success. Visit bizvidcommunications.com to see what we can do for you. BIZVID communications.com.
Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Comics Talk Comedy with your hosts Jeffrey Bilodeau and Jesse Egan.
All right, we are back. Final segments. So, do you have anything else that you had?
Just trying to work on new jokes.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
New jokes about road rage
Mm-hmm.
versus crying and driving. And I didn't quite get into it last night. Oh, who's calling?
Nobody.
Okay. Oh, special callers.
I never get calls. That's why I always I don't even put it on silence.
On too. That's weird. Yeah, working on that. Let me look through the notes. I have a few things that I'm working on. I should send them to you to see if you can make them funny. I was trying a bit last night, but I didn't quite do the act out.
Mm-hmm.
After watching Brian Regan, I was thinking these act outs are really the best part.
I just never felt comfortable doing act outs.
Yeah.
Like I used to have a joke about walking through a spider web and you could be the strongest man alive, and then like I just punched this guy in the face that broke his arm, and then you run into a spider web and you just turn into an 8-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And I used to do this thing where I'd flail my arms and yell, and I just like, I don't like myself.
Yeah, I think you really put yourself out there with those act outs. It depends on like how ridiculous they are. The one I was going to do about crying and driving, I bailed on it because of that fact that it's so. You're really going for it. Like, I'm going to pantomime crying while driving, and it's like really embarrassing.
And you're taking risks too, because sometimes it might not go well.
Right, and I didn't think it was going to.
You know, like I remember one time at Winston's, I was going to do the horse race joke.
Oh, yeah.
But the crowd was just like not feeling it. And I was just like, you know what? Your energy isn't enough for me to give this kind of energy.
I'm try to do this act out. Yeah. Because you you go back to just regular jokes, and it's like, this is a lot easier.
Right.
Yeah. But that's what I'm working on that. So I had an idea about crying while driving, and then also even a song comes on and you're still crying while singing the song. Now, remember, you and I did that short film where it was your road rage is intermittently punctuated by you singing. So you're singing along to like a R&B song. I forget the song you were singing.
I think it was Chris Isaac's Wicked Thing to Do. You fucking son of a... Never dream of him.
Then right back to singing.
Yeah.
So this is similar, except that it was going to be sort of crying while singing.
Okay.
And I tried it at Winston's where it was like rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice while crying. And that was really funny. And then I was thinking, well, so I had this Navy gig. I can't do any drug references. So I thought, let me come up with another song. And Sarah Lee Steiner said, well, why don't you try Tootsie Roll? And I swear I started the act out. I gave up so fast.
Yeah.
It was like, Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Roll, to the left, to the left.
Like none of them know what the hell that is.
And I'm like, this doesn't work at all. I'm like, this is funny to me, but I'm like going, I don't even know if this sounds like I'm crying, to be honest.
Or they even remember the song.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a pretty old song.
Well, that's why I asked her, because she's like one of the youngest comics I know. And I figured, well, maybe but she's like, I'm listening to Tootsie Roll. I'm like, isn't that from like 1990 or something?
Yeah, that's an old song.
So, I don't know. I think I'm still looking for the right song.
Yeah, it's always tough for that stuff. I think...
act outs in general.
I was kind of looking through mine on stuff that if I saw anything, but...
I wanted to do something about Dave Wright and how the only time... nobody ever calls you on the phone anymore. They just text.
Well, yeah, that's why.
Right? But the only exception to that is like when they call you on the speakerphone in the car because they're bored. Dave Wright does that to me all the time. So as soon as I see the phone ringing, I know that he's going to be in the car, and I know when I pick it up, he's going to be like, "How you doing? What's good?" I was like, "I can't hear you." And then he'll start complaining about not being able to hear me. He'll be like, well, I'm talking to your phone. There you go. How you doing? It's good. I'm like, you're driving. Shut up. It's your phone, you idiot.
You sound like the chicken scramble guy. Who's that guy?
Yeah, what was that guy?
Craig. I want to say Craig Shoemaker, but it's not
the
it.
protein scramble.
Yeah. So that's
because it's chicken.
I have it saved in my phone somewhere.
When I did that? Oh, Jimmy Schubert. That's who it is. Jimmy Schubert. He goes, it's that thing on the menu called the protein scramble. It's a chicken omelet. How many chickens have to die?
Chicken vendetta or something?
That's not a dinner dish. That's a vendetta. Who's in the kitchen? A barnyard strangler? I know. I love that bit.
It's a funny.
I wish I could do that impression on station since nobody knows who that is.
Yeah,
So
you know what it
matter,
is.
you
Yes.
know?
I think that's funny.
I did think about doing that for a while, of doing impressions, but of people you don't know.
Yeah.
Just like, here's
Howie
my
Mandel
impression.
used to do that.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it. Everything's been done.
Yeah.
It's an impression of my neighbor I hate or something. You know?
Yeah, I mean, he used to do that. Like, here's an impression of my uncle.
Yeah.
Oh, if you knew him, it was spot on.
Spot on.
Spot on.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny to me.
So, yeah, that's just random stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I always write stuff while I'm flying, but yeah, it's just, I don't know.
I need a good closer, you know? Openers I've have no problem with now because I generally bounce off of what they've done before me. So whatever comic went on before, whatever they're doing that I think really hits, I'll try to riff something, and that's the opener.
Mhm.
But closers, you know, I haven't wanted to do like Boots and Cats or whatever for years.
What do you
so-
consider a closer? Something that's going to
Something-
get
Yeah,
an applause
something
break
with
every
big
time?
Fireworks that is going to make it hard for the next person to go up.
Right.
You know, something that puts pressure on the next. I mean, that's not the goal. Obviously, the goal would be, you know, I'm going last. I don't have to worry about that, hopefully. But if not, yeah, I guess a closer, something. You know, I think it's because whenever I've closed a set and then I just close it with whatever joke I'm on, I get off. This has happened at least like twice. Zoltana go, oh, so you're not doing closers anymore? I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
That was the closer, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah, it's almost like the expectation is it has to, I don't know, have a few callbacks in it or have a couple things that wrap up the whole set or something that goes back to the beginning of the set or just something that's just different maybe than the rest of the
something
set.
that's higher energy
Higher
too.
energy.
Like when I do that horse race bit, it's
Yeah.
a lot of build up,
Right.
You know, but I don't have a lot of jokes like that. Like
That
I-
one feels like it's a crescendo. It
Right.
feels like a closer because
And
it builds and builds and builds, and then it's like boom at the end.
Right.
you
It's
know?
like doing a song, you know, at the end. Oh, well, that's the payoff,
Yeah.
you know. But a lot of my jokes are just kind of like, you know, like that time Dante was like, you did 64 jokes in 8 minutes, you know. Because a lot of my jokes are like the joke is 2 minutes, but there's 6 jokes in that joke.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just real quick as opposed to with a lot of the closers, it's a long
One long.
like you're giving them a release at the end.
Yeah.
You know, just like a song. You
Most
know,
of
it's a-
Bajan's jokes are like that. Almost all his jokes are set up like really long setup, really long tension build up. That big release of tension at the end gets a bigger laugh than these
Right.
some of my little jokes, you know.
But for me, I don't think I like doing comedy like that.
I don't either. I hate waiting that long. I
Yeah.
hate waiting for that payoff, and I hate that moment of anxiety of going, is this even going to work?
Right.
This is a lot of setup if this doesn't work.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
I'll bail on premises. Like if the first part of it doesn't get a laugh,
Yeah.
I'll bail on it already.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't. You know, it's better when you're doing like 45 minutes to have those build up because you don't want them laughing nonstop for 45 minutes because they're gonna be dead.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to give them breaks and things like that.
It was interesting when I saw Rory Scovel in D.C. He did the opposite thing, which he opened with like this huge like musical kind of number that felt like a closer,
Mhm.
and when he did an hour of awesome stuff, but at the end he was just like, I think that's enough.
Right.
I mean, literally no closer, and really kind of just like, I think we're done now, you know, and
Yeah.
totally the opposite of like, you know, you normally would sort of warm them up at the beginning and then boom at the end, but this was like huge explosion at the beginning and kind
Yeah,
of
because
gradual.
Bert did kind of that. He
Did
did 75 minutes, and he basically told me. I said, "When do you want your light?" I said, "Do you need a light?" He says, "Absolutely, because I always run." I go, oh, "Okay, we're off and running." So he does all this material, and then he goes, "Whenever I come to your town, I'm going to do 60 minutes of new material, and I'll always close with this story." So then he did his War Machine or whatever his machine closer, and people loved it at the end, you know. But he's just, before the whole time, he was just kind of dinking and dodging and getting laughs and telling stories. But at the end, he's like always going to close with this one story, which I had never heard before. But it was.
So he's saying he's going to have a different 60 minutes of material, but the same closer every time.
Yeah,
That's
pretty much. And it was like a 15-minute story, which is great. I mean, I'd love to have a story that long, you know, to have. But how often do you get to do 15? And I wouldn't want to, you know, like I
Your
always.
whole set is one story.
Yeah, I mean, like Steve Simone, his joke about being a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, that joke is literally almost 22 minutes. He could do a Comedy Central special of just that one joke.
Right.
Which is
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory one? That one was like 20 minutes long.
Yeah, it's about the wrestling. The other one was about wrestling.
Love that.
Yeah. But, hey, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. You listen to WSRadio.com.
You've heard me talking about Progressive Medical Center. They have helped me feel my best. And Dr. Goli, tell us a little bit about integrative medicine. Why is that such a big deal at Progressive Medical Center, and how can that make me feel better?
Integrative medicine is just good medicine. It's combining the best of traditional medicine, nutritional medicine, natural medicine, and really helping the patient get to the root cause so they can take control of their health and really make an impact to improve not only their energy, their vitality, and just their overall outlook on their health and their life.
I procrastinated for a long time before I finally made an appointment. So why should someone not delay and go ahead and get set up and come see you guys?
Any journey begins with that first step, and that first step means making a decision to recognize that there's something wrong with you. Whether you have fatigue, inappropriate weight gain, not sleeping well, not concentrating, all of these issues, you can get to the root cause.
So many of us here at The Fish have gotten help from Progressive Medical Center. So why don't you find out more from them today? Go to progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life, live it well.
Hey, do you want a great price on a new or used car? Hi, this is professional racing driver Don Swanson, and I know a thing or two about cars. I'm talking about Military Auto Center, San Diego's original and only automotive warehouse where low overhead means low prices on your next vehicle. Stop by and experience a friendly and casual way to discuss your car needs. They're located conveniently at 9323 Activity Road. You can call them at 858-831-7887 or online at militaryautocenter.com. We'll see you there.
Do you want to be a professional coach? Are you in business trying to make a real difference with people you manage or work with? Have you started a coaching practice that isn't quite getting off the ground? Get the skills you need to be a successful coach today with the Coaches Training Program from Accomplishment Coaching. The Coaches Training Program will show you how to help others focus and be more fulfilled. Whether you want to improve your company's bottom line or create a thriving coaching practice, Accomplishment Coaching can give you the distinctions and practices you need to coach others effectively today. Accomplishment Coaching has spent 6 years developing a cutting-edge coaches training program that will have you ready to coach people professionally in just 12 months, and you don't have to take time off work to do it. To find out more about the Coaches Training Program, just call 1-888-548-6813. That's 1-888-548-6813.
Hey guys, CS Keys here to introduce you to San Diego's #1 health meal prep provider, Fresh and Fit Meals. With over 40 menu items to choose from, several pickup locations all over America's finest city, made and delivered fresh, never frozen. Save on time and money. Super convenient and improves the quality of your life. Just visit the website, freshandfitmeals.com, for all the menus and the pricing. Or give them a call at 858-805-5949 for more details. Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well be fresh and fit with Fresh and Fit Meals.